Lost Futures, the disappearing architecture of post-war Britain. Sir Alexander Fleming House. Southwark, London, 1959 to 1967. When the first part of Alexander Fleming House on the Elephant and Castle roundabout in central South London was completed in 1963, it was met with near universal acclaim. Widely praised in the press, it won awards, and was regarded by its architect, the Hungarian émigré Ernö Goldfinger, as one of his best works. However, by the 1990s, its star had long since fallen. It narrowly escaped the wrecking ball and survives now only in considerably altered form. The site on the corner between Newington Causeway and New Kent Road had been earmarked for redevelopment by the LCC in 1956. The initial intention had been to retain the huge 3,500-seat Trocadero cinema with its famous Wurlitzer organ. However, once the site was sold, it was decided instead to demolish the theatre and undertake a more comprehensive redevelopment. Goldfinger was brought in, and he devised a configuration of 3 blocks arranged around an open piazza and pond. At this stage, the building's use was still to be determined, so Goldfinger designed in a great degree of flexibility. On completion, the 3 blocks were occupied by the Department of Health, which named the building Alexander Fleming House after the discoverer of penicillin. 2 further blocks and the Odeon Cinema, all to Goldfinger's design, were added between 1964 and 1967. Problems soon emerged, however, with the ventilation and glazing systems, and also with traffic noise, all partly as a result of how cheaply the building had been constructed. In 1989, the Department of Health left, and the building remained empty until its conversion into flats in 2002, the cinema having been demolished in 1988. As well as a substantial reordering of the interior, the conversion saw significant alterations to the exterior, the painting of the original raw concrete, the covering of the window spandrel panels in a sky blue film, and the enclosing of the originally publicly accessible space around which the blocks were composed. Although these changes are largely detrimental to the building as conceived, the essence of Goldfinger's complex fusing of Russian Constructivist compositional principles with a classically inspired post and beam system remains more or less intact and helped ensure the building's listing in 2013.